Welcome to the welcome to the channel. This is Sparkle, and I don't know how to swim. Yeah, makes sense, and since are often utilized to watch me drown for an undefined amount of hours. Unfortunately, surprisingly to you, I actually took swimming classes when I was 4. Now you might be asking why I don't know how to swim when it's literally right there. Well, my complaining little viewer, the key word is I failed them, which is actually 3 words. Also, I don't really remember if I failed them. I just wasn't good at swimming. But I digress, whatever that means. I wasn't really a courageous infant in any way. I was scared of the Koopa Troopa in 1-2, and you think I can navigate the drinking stuff? So during my swimming lessons, my swimming instructor, Molly, told me to stick my head underwater for as long as I could. And I couldn't do it. Here's about an accurate representation of what happened. Whoop, never mind. I forgot I'm supposed to cry in this scene. I'm not good at elevating my voice to any degree, but I'll try. Boo-hoo. Oh no. Sad. Oh, just me? Yeah, okay. Gotta say, that's pretty stellar voice acting. Yeah, so I may have failed everyone I know and lied to you about actually trying, but who cares? There's a pool, and it's the same pool I used for my assignments. It's an enigma on why I didn't run away like a little sissy baby when I had the chance, but I digress whatever that means. Anyways, I think I'm better at swimming when I'm free to move than when I'm being told to do something. Which isn't good because I can't swim. Whenever I had access to a pool, I would try floating and swimming and being lit cap. Or whatever the kids these days say. But whenever I tried, it seemed like I was just negative buoyant. I wouldn't float. I tried flailing my limbs and also lying on my back, but none of it worked. And of course I couldn't call back to the knowledge I gained from swimming classes, because I didn't have any. So now what am I gonna do? I'm stuck in the water and I can't float. Sometimes I got assistance from my bully siblings, but not even they could mend my drown sufficiency. This lack of swimming skills made me kinda covet the other childs who had swimming gear because I deserved it more. And definitely needed it more. I mean, the deep end of the pool is taller than I am. The least they can do is let me mug them. Also, do you know how embarrassing this is for me? I took swimming lessons as a child, have 2 built-in swimming teachers, and I was born under the star sign of Pisces, and I still can't swim to save my life. In fact, I almost died while swimming. A few years ago, I went to a water park, and since we went there during what I believe was sometime close to winter, we had to forego the park aspect and play in the winterless indoor pool area. I was pretending I could traverse the blue urine, occasionally using the railings to flatten my legs and starting a gang war with 2 twips. You know, the fun stuff about being in the inside pool, which is inside the water park hotel, which is in the winter. My newfound confidence in the winterless pool caused me to go into the deep end of the pool. Now, previously on Swimming Ball Z, I did this with no problems because the deep end was in front of a ledge I could hang on to, plus there were 2 lifeguards. My sister and my mother. This time, my sister wasn't there and my mother was in Britain. Not really, but she was comparably distanced. And the deep end amidst the winter was in the middle of the pool, which was bad for an at the time 5'1" individual with the inability to float. Also, that 5'1" individual kind of sounds like me. Yeah, so I kind of started drowning, but the 2 twips were still there, and luckily they could see and hear everything. So they grabbed my hand, said an encouraging cheesy phrase, and floated me up to safety. Psych! They kept shooting at me with their water guns. At this point, the only way I could have survived is if I jumped off the floor of the pool without tripping. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe the kids could have helped. Also, there was a professional lifeguard. Meaning, if I got into any trouble, I was completely safe. I screamed. Scream? Is that a word? I screamed for help the best I could for someone who didn't like raising their voice at all. And even though the pool's ambience was mildly considerable, I'm pretty sure at least the lifeguard and the twerps heard me. And even if they did, they just didn't want to help. So basically, I was drowning and the only form of help was the Doofus Committee speeding up the process because they were still shooting at me. After like 2 minutes of struggling, I was almost at shore, but before I could reach land, I was forced to have 2 big gulps of the pool water. That was trauma. Eventually, I got to shore and the almost murderers showed the minimal amount of concern. Oh my ox! Are you alright? I guess. That's good. I didn't want to help you anyway, stupid. Anyways, I told my mother about the cool occurrence and we later left. And she was surprisingly calm about it. Probably shouldn't have told her I wanted to be a YouTuber. Gosh dang it. Even though I should be detrimentally traumatized, I actually got back into water right after the incident. So maybe I just don't fear death. But still, I'm afraid of getting too comfortable, as in jumping in the pool. I was once told to cannonball into the pool and I couldn't because, as I told you, I'm negative buoyant. What am I supposed to do after I jump? Enjoy the little praise I get before my dying moments? That's dumb. Still, swimming is mucho fun and it's even better if you know what you're doing. Which I don't. So remember, don't go to a water park in the winter and almost die. Also subscribe. Hey, thanks for watching. This is the last episode of the Sparkle Trilogy. But I'm still gonna make more content, so don't even think of leaving my clutches. Anyways, I'm gonna go on an unscripted rant now, maybe. This script is extremely convoluted and I had to change a whole lot of things to make this, like, contextually and more interesting and more contextual. It had to be reworked a little bit. Also, I used then with an E instead of then with an A. And now I'm disappointed in myself. I'm ashamed. Anyways, I think that's all I want to talk about. Subscribe and do all that fancy YouTuber stuff. Alright, bye.